Hey Reactors, I'm Erica and I'm the host of Relatable Reactions podcast where we react to real stories submitted on the internet. This episode features a very special guest, my best friend since 7th grade, Amina, or as I call her, Mina Poo-Poo, or just Poo-Poo when I'm short on time. Say hey.
Hey.
So I actually don't remember how I got Mina Poo-Poo. Do you remember where that came from?
Yes, I do remember. We were spending the night over at another friend's house, and you were trying to use the bathroom, but someone was in there, and you came upstairs and said, "Damn it, I gotta poop!" And I laughed in my sleep. I thought you were saying it. I was sleeping. I heard you saying it, and I just laughed.
So, Mina Poo-Poo, because you dreamed I was talking to you.
Yep.
Okay, so anyway, now that you know the origin story of Mina Poo-Poo, she's joining me this episode to chat about 8 stories focusing on various issues with relationships, friendships, and more. I'll read a story, we'll talk about it, give quasi-advice about what we would do, then we'll move on to the next story. Before we begin, hit the subscribe button so you can catch future episodes on your favorite podcast platform. All right, Poo-Poo, are you ready to hear the first story?
Let's go.
All right. So this one is titled, Best Friend of 12 Years Chose Her Boyfriend Over Me and is Now Begging for Forgiveness. So this one's kind of long, so bear with me. So
Okay.
She says, my ex-best friend and I knew each other for 12 years. We were literally each other's ride or die. We were there for every important moment in our lives. I considered her as the sister I never had. In January 2021, my best friend got into a relationship with a guy. She seemed happy, and she told me that he was the best guy she'd ever been with. When I met him, he was cool and he seemed nice. Fast forward to May 2021. One night I was out with some friends and we went to this spot that we would usually hang out at. My best friend wasn't with us because she was working that night. I ended up running into her boyfriend and his friends. My friend group and his group ended up chilling together and everything was cool. I had only one drink that night because I had to get up early the next morning. However, everyone else had a couple of drinks in them. I ended up leaving early and told them that the Uber I had ordered was on its way. My best friend's boyfriend offered to walk with me because he also had to go out to smoke. We ended up outside and I proceeded to have a quick smoke before my ride arrives. We start talking about trivial stuff and then about my best friend. I told him that it sucked that she wasn't able to come that night. At first he agreed with me, but then he said, yeah, but if she was here, we wouldn't be talking right now. Which rubbed me the wrong way. I was looking at my phone to see where the Uber was and pretended that I didn't hear what he said. He repeated what he said and went on to add that if he wasn't with my friend, he'd be pursuing me. I ended up snapping at him and told him that what he was doing is fucked up. My Uber was pulling up, so I told him to get lost and got inside the car. I ended up texting my friend on my way home and told her that I needed to speak to her urgently and that she should call me when she gets off in the morning. I didn't tell her what it was about because I felt like this type of information needed to be told face to face or at least be heard. When the next morning came, she had not called me, but she had seen the text message because the read receipts were on. I called her, and the minute that she picked up, I could tell she was pissed. I asked her how she was doing, and she was being very short with me. After a few awkward moments, I told her that I needed to tell her about something that happened the night before, and she said, I know. Turns out that her boyfriend had texted her the night before that I had tried to flirt with him. According to him, I was trying to take advantage of him being drunk to flirt with him while we were smoking and that he rejected my advances. To make it worse, he picked her up that morning from her job and fed her more lies about that night. She ended up cursing me out, and to be honest, I started cursing her out too. I told her she was an idiot for believing any of that, but it's like she wouldn't hear of it. Our friendship ended that day, and we did not speak from May 2021 until March 2022. She called me from a new number because I had blocked her, and basically said that she was sorry for believing those things, that he cheated, and that now she realizes how much of a liar he was. She said it doesn't excuse what she did, but she believed him because she loved him and thought he was the one. She was crying during the call, and I could feel her emotions. I'm so conflicted. This is my ex-best friend of 12 years, the person that I practically grew up with. Normally, I'd never take someone back, but there's a lot of history between us, and I feel conflicted. I still love her to this day. Should I try to salvage our friendship and give her another chance? The end. Look, girl, she threw that 12 years away first.
Right.
But
it's no but.
She threw that 12 years away when
for
she
a guy.
Said, for a guy who she ain't even try to ask your side of the story.
Because he beat her to the punch.
Because he beat her to the punch, as trifling people do.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you do? Would you give her another chance?
Like you said, she threw it away first. So you got to work hard to come back into my life.
Well, I feel like also it's been a long time. So when did you decide that, let's see, from May 2020, almost a year later, she's calling you asking to be friends again. So
because the guy is out of her life.
Found out he cheated.
So when the next guy comes along.
Exactly. I got to keep my eye out on, or should I end the relationship first? Once you find a new man, like, hey, talk to me in a year.
Right.
When you find out that he did you dirty. I don't know. I guess.
I mean, 12 years is a long time.
And so is a year of not talking. True. I've changed a lot. You changed a lot. Like.
You let a man manipulate you.
You let a man manipulate you, and you just threw me to the side.
Right. 12 years, you should know your friend.
You should know your friend. Or at least give her a chance to tell you what happened.
Yes. That part.
Like I call you and you pick up and you already cursing me out. You done already made up your mind. So.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe I could we could send each other memes every now and then, but bitch, we ain't gonna be. No. Oh, because that's really.
You wasting my time. You wasting my minutes. My data.
I could be sending the memes to people who actually care. Now,
exactly.
Because I want some real reactions. I don't know. I would say she would need to earn your trust again. It's not like you should just, say what you doing this Friday, let's go out.
Yeah.
kind of thing. She's going to have to work her way
back in my good graces.
Slowly. Yeah.
That's something.
She's
But I would be worried
friend.
about her. Yes, that.
Yeah. And you said you would be worried about her?
Yes. Because if another guy comes and I can't get close to him or be friendly with him because you may just turn around and think I'm getting close to him or trying to take your man based off the first situation.
And that's so 1992. Like
92?
Don't mess with my man. Like who out here stealing men anymore? No.
Oh, girl, that's a whole nother topic.
Wait, you got
a
story? Oh, okay. So I would say like you could forgive her and find closure. Like, oh, I'm happy you called and that you apologize because that really hurt me. Goodbye. Like, okay. Have a nice life. I appreciate your apology. See ya. But that you could forgive her without having to be friends again.
That's true.
For her sake too.
Right.
Like maybe she could be happy that, oh, she did forgive me. Let's move on to something else. Because a year has passed. Almost a year.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling you no more. Notice I ain't tried to call you either. So
that part.
So what's done is done. And part of me thinks that maybe she cut you off because she already knew what dude was on. Like, and she was trying to lie to herself. Like,
yeah, that could have been it.
You know what I mean? Like, she wanted to keep him so bad and still knowing that he trash.
It'd be like that.
It'd be like that. Because it's scarce out here. Let me tell you. Like, You're going to try to hold on to whatever you can hold. No. Let's not do that, ladies. Cast them back out into the sea. So yeah, that's all we got for you. Forgive and move on, but you don't necessarily have to be friends with her if
that's not what you want.
That's not what you want, because that's some hurtful shit, and you don't need to have to go through that again.
Mm-mm.
All right, next story. This one's titled. Wait till you hear this, because you know what a Sims person I am, right? And so when I saw this damn story, I was like in tears, like
damn near in tears now.
Like somebody brought Sims drama to the real world. So it's titled "My Boyfriend Got Jealous Over the Sims."
What?
So she writes, "So I have played The Sims for quite a while. It's just something I do for fun. In the game, I have a Sim self, which is a character that resembles me, and I make her do the dumbest things. Again, it's just for fun. I have a mod installed that adds sex to the game. And in a moment of boredom, I made my Sim self have sex with Sim Johnny Depp. My boyfriend entered the room, and I didn't even try to hide it because it's just a game. But he got really upset and said this was close to cheating, because why in the world would I want to have sex with someone else? I said it's just a game, and I clearly have no intention to cheat on him with Johnny Depp. It even sounds dumb and surreal to write this." But he's offended, and his words hurt. What should I do? The end. So you playing a game, a simulation, and you make it and the sim looks like you, and you make it have sexy time
with Johnny Depp,
with another sim, and your boyfriend comes in like, "What? You cheating on me?" In the sim. Well, I guess the way the world is going with the metaverse, that might be.
Here we go.
I mean, does he have anything to be worried about?
You really insecure about a sim?
Bingo. Bing bong. Bing bong.
Bing
That's
bong.
the ticket. Like, hello, it's not actually me having sex with Johnny Depp.
But she's sitting there watching it.
Yes, she sure is. She sure is. And she's getting a little hot while she's watching herself. Listen, but that's not really her. So is that acceptable to get mad at somebody because their character in the game is having sex? It sounds stupid to even say, but this is somebody's relationship is in peril right now because of this game. Hello.
I'm trying to process this foolery.
Foolery is a great word. It's a great term. Everyone should use it in a sentence today. Because I would look at that man and be like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Get out of my..."
Right. Why are you even in here?
Why are you interrupting us? Let us finish before you have this fucking... You want to know what's rude? You coming in here while I'm in the middle of it.
Oh my goodness. Wow. And these things happen.
Put yourself in her shoes.
Okay.
Your man
so
come
I'm
up in
creating
the room.
a...
Yeah, you doing your thing. You've been playing The Sims for a while. You got all type of different mods on that. And I know about that sex mod. I mean, I don't use, I don't use it myself.
Hold on now.
I don't use it myself. Woohoo for y'all out there who know what The Sims are. Woohoo is good enough for me.
See, I never got into The Sims.
You could woohoo in the bushes. You could woohoo in the
That's the word
observatory.
Woohoo.
You could woohoo in the observatorium. You don't need to add a mod. But she did because she wanted it to go a little further. Is that a problem? Maybe it's a problem. She downloaded an actual mod to add even more intense sex to a game.
Okay.
What's she missing in the bedroom?
That's it. Bing bong.
Hey, take me out for a nice seafood dinner.
That's it. Maybe she's missing something in the bedroom and she just felt like, let me create this.
And in turn,
but he could have just watched it and learned.
And then got busy with the real sim. Like, use that as a gateway drug, my man. You played that all wrong. Y'all should have sat there and watched and then done your own thing.
He's offended now.
He's offended because what you
He's
said.
not Johnny Depp.
I mean, who is?
Message.
Johnny Depp doesn't want to be Johnny Depp right now. He's on trial.
You leave that man alone.
He's a saint.
He's a saint.
And he smells like pine cones. I honestly would say, like, get the fuck out of my face.
Like, that's more your thing. Like, you've always done The Sims, so what? Like, I don't get it. And I'm sure people would be mad at me for saying that. But
you don't get the game, or you don't get this issue?
Both.
Look, the game is a saint. Don't you dare. Okay? I've been playing The Sims for over 20 years.
Right. I just never got into it.
It's really great. I mean, if you love being creative, building people from, like, I even got Viv. She loves planning out, like building characters, making the clothes and the way they look. You can change every single detail. You can put the eye up just a little bit, the eyebrows like thick, but it's just a creative game. And then send them on their way out into this world to do shit that you want.
It's
them
no
to do.
Animal Crossing, but okay.
It ain't, I mean, Animal Crossing is lit. It is lit.
That's my thing. But
I love Animal Crossing. And it actually, Animal Crossing actually made me go back to The Sims, because I was like, Animal Crossing, you ain't doing what you're not giving everything it should give. I want a little bit more control. But anyway,
and that's what she said.
Oh, back to this young tenderoni and her Johnny Depp. I would have to say to my boyfriend, if he came in the room and he was offended at my sim self having sex with Johnny Depp, like I said 2 times before, get the fuck out of my face. Like, this is not.
It's not that deep.
We can argue about anything else you want, but it ain't finna be this. This is just a game.
But deep down inside him,
he's feeling inadequate. Because you said maybe she was missing something in the bedroom, and maybe he not giving it, and he knows. He's feeling self-conscious, like, shit, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So my girl is literally in the room watching.
Creating her own fantasy.
Yeah, I think we got down to the root.
That is the root.
And the root of it all is he's horny.
Or she's horny. Silence.
Yeah.
You stuck.
Okay. I wouldn't say get the fuck out of my face.
Oh, now you want to backtrack.
I do.
Okay.
I would say I'm sorry that hurts your feelings. You want to play? Shall we make you a sim? Make him a sim. No. And then your sim self and him sim self.
No, because then they could just do it in the real world. Was that what you were about to say? His sim self and her sim self could create
in the game.
No.
Just so that I could continue my sim life, just so I can continue playing it without him, getting in his feelings. Let's make a sim. Had
he not walked in and interrupted, he wouldn't have known.
You know what? Boundaries. Did he knock? Jesus. What kind of world are we living in where we're not knocking on doors?
What are doors?
The doors in your mind. Yeah. Say you're sorry for hurting his feelings. Ask him if he wants a sim self, and ask him what about this is making you mad. You feel like you're lacking.
You start with that first.
Yeah, let's talk about how we lacking. If you feel,
so we could get a crack a lacking.
So we can get a crack a lacking. Yeah, that sounds like a solution to me. Don't say get the fuck out of my face. That was harsh. That was reactive.
Twice.
I said it 3 times. I didn't mean it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Okay. So that's the end of story number 2.
So that was the solution?
What?
To make a sim?
To say I'm sorry for hurting your feelings. Ask him what specifically it is about you seeing me do this is offending you or hurting you. Talk through that. And then offer to include him in the game. Maybe he's feeling a little left out. Okay. Like you in the room playing the game and your boyfriend's in the house. What he doing out there? Maybe he lonely. Maybe y'all could play the game together. It is actually a single player game, so you can't play it together. But have him make his own sim.
Okay.
I think that's a good compromise. Because I ain't finna stop playing and we not finna stop having sexy time. So get that out of your mind.
In the sim world.
In the sim world.
I'm done.
Next. Do it live. Okay, so this next story is titled, Do you delete someone you dated from social media when it ends? If yes, why? The author says, I ended on good terms with this guy, but I'm still really hurt. I wonder if I should delete him from social media or not, and whether or not that will send a strong emotional message. It also kind of feels too painful to do so. What's your experience? Poo-poo. When you break up with someone, do you erase all memory of them in the stratosphere?
Yes.
Why?
I don't need to log into my social media and see you there and see you go on with your life. Or you see me going with my life. Who needs that?
That's primarily why I do it. You don't need to know nothing else about me. You don't need to see my moves, clock my moves.
Because if you were in my life, you would see it.
Boop. Just like that.
Bing bong.
Bing bong and a half. Yeah, I have done that. Twofold, like you said, because I don't want to see, it's probably too hurtful to see you, you know, checking in at the club or
out on a date.
Or posted pictures of you and your boys out and blah, blah, blah. Or I don't want to see that. And on the other side, I don't want you seeing what I'm doing. Because I think mystery is that much greater. When you break up with somebody, it's like, I don't exist no more. And I want you to hurt.
Right.
You're going to hurt by not seeing. You might see my profile picture. I might even update my my background every so often. But yeah, I'm
blocked.
I do that. I don't block. I just delete, unfriend, or whatever you want to call unfollow. And it's up to you if you want to unfollow me. Like, I think TikTok is like that. Like, you can follow somebody and watch, but they don't necessarily have to follow you. You can follow me if you want to. That's on you. But I can't sit back and watch you continue to do
you.
Yeah, because once it's over with me, I feel like you should just crumble in the dust. And if you got the nerve to still be out here walking around and having fun and breathing and everything, I don't need to see that. No, I don't need it.
Have you kept someone on social media too long and realized this isn't for me to still be friends with them?
Have I kept them on too long? No, but
so it's immediate. Like, oh, we're done. Let me go over here.
Yeah, because that's part of the punch. Like, I feel like breakups are like a series of punches. And one of them punches is pow, like you can't see me on social no more. But I have added people back like months later. Like, if we, start talking or being cordial again, I have added them back. And then when they fuck up again, they get deleted again. It's just a vicious cycle. But yeah, currently, that's what I do. I don't want to see you, and I don't want you to see me. And some girls are the opposite. Like, they want to floss. Yeah. Like, they want you to see.
Let me get done up just to go on social media.
My life is better without you. No,
and then they turn the camera off and they're crying.
They're crying in the car.
He called me.
I thought that one picture I posted would prompt him to like it or reach out.
I saw him looking at my story. Like, that's sad.
It is sad. Yeah. Unless you want to keep the door open.
No, mine's is locked.
It's locked? Deadbolt? Or just the handle?
I like the deadbolt. Yeah.
You got a chain on there?
A chain, latch. I got a
got
security
a
system.
You don't go back?
I guess because I'm older, I just can't
Yeah.
do that. That's for the youngins.
Going back and forth is for the youngins. I feel that. Yeah. I feel like you maybe got one time to get it right. 2 times tops.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, it's like, you don't really want me, bruh. And I don't really want you. So let's stop playing this game.
Right.
But yeah, social media. And also, social media is so personal to me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm one of them people, them rare people who have probably max 60, 70 friends. And they're people that I know.
Social media. You have wiped your social media. Like, oh, let me.
Yes,
I've
locked
real
it down
friends.
because, and a main reason is because I share pictures of my daughter. Like, so people who have hundreds of friends,
and they barely talk to them.
You don't know them motherfuckers, and you posting everything, and that's why like people always be like, "Oh, don't post that on social. It's blah blah blah." But I consider my social so locked down to people that I know and have known, that I don't mind sharing pictures of my daughter or sharing, struggles that I'm going through or whatever, because these are people that I know. People when you
in real life,
when you have thousands of friends, there's bound to be a predator on there. There's bound to be somebody who's dangerous. There's bound to be somebody who's petty. There's bound to be somebody who only following you and they really don't like you. They just want to see what you're doing so they can talk shit. That's a lot of. I don't have time for that. So my social media is. It's not the typical social media where I just gather friends like chess pieces.
I gotcha.
They're literally just my peeps. Or even if I haven't talked to you forever, I knew you. So here's my life.
You have their number.
Yes. And so when we break up, you're not part of my life anymore. So it feels natural to me to say bye. Unfriend, unfollow. So
there you go.
That's it.
That's that on that.
Okay. It's titled, "She Canceled Our Date Because of My Zodiac Sign."
This is going to be good.
It's only as good as you make it. Because look, I'm a Zodiac person, okay? But I wouldn't do this.
Okay.
So this one says, "I'm a bit thrown off by this, but I was canceled on due to my Zodiac sign. Throughout the week before work, I visit a coffee shop. I go practically every weekday, and I've been seeing the same barista there every morning. We seem to click well with our small conversations, and after chatting with her for a few weeks, I decided to offer my number, since she was on the clock. She declined to take my number, but gave me her Snapchat. We chatted a bit on Snapchat and agreed to go on a date Friday. About an hour after that, she said she wouldn't be able to go out with me because she saw on my Snap profile that I was an Aries." She says she doesn't date Aries, but it was nice meeting me. "Is this something that is common in the dating world? I've never been rejected over my zodiac sign before, so it kind of surprised me." The end. Listen, them Aries are something else, but do you pay that much attention to? I think it's fun to know about zodiacs and see about compatibility.
I think once you get burnt by a certain zodiac sign, you tend to stay away from that sign. For me, it's Gemini.
Ooh.
See?
I never dated Gemini, but
there's two of them. There's two of them.
That is automatically like, uh-oh.
Yes.
Who am I talking to right now?
Many people.
Many people. Is that the real issue with them? Is just they have multiple personalities, or how many Geminis, Mina? How many?
I've only dated one.
Oh, dang! They burned you from the whole Gemini zodiac.
Yeah. I got to drink to that.
Oh, wait, y'all. We got to pull up. No.
It's just horrible. The word is crazy.
Okay. Undiagnosed.
I'm going to just leave it at that.
Okay. Okay. And the lady was too stunned to speak. I so like I said, like I love zodiac. Like I'm very but I'm very into my own. Like I feel like I'm a Virgo to the core. Like everything written about Virgo, I'm like, that is me, and that is my dad too. And then but I would never look at somebody and be like, oh, what's your sign? Are you a Scorpio?
Oh,
Nope.
Yep.
I would need to feel you out first. Like she's canceled an hour before their date.
Yeah, because she's seen something on his.
Because she's seen a lot of Aries maybe. But I feel like you should have just given him a chance. And then if he turned out to be the true Aries that you thought Aries are, then you should be like, oh, that was fun, but,
I wouldn't even have told him that's the reason.
I know. Why would you
now
say?
You look like a Gemini.
Now you got
Crazy.
This man coming on Reddit with his
She must have been a Gemini.
But like look out for them Pisces, okay? Them Pisces, they are look. Okay, if I offend any of y'all,
I'm sorry if I
care.
offended any Geminis out there. I just had a bad experience.
Yeah, it's not a blanket statement, but Pisces, they seem
Mine's more of a comforter statement.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Pisces, they're such dreamers, and they're a water sign, so everything's so malleable. Like you can't pin them down to nothing. Like we're adults now. I need you to just pick something and stick with it, and pick a dream.
I never had a problem with a Pisces.
Pick something and just put the pin in it and stick with it. They cannot
make that decision.
They cannot. And then I won't go into the other zodiacs because it's too fresh.
Oh, okay. We will move on.
But I'd say to this gentleman, I'm.
Oh, now you speaking to him?
We speak to the people. That's why we're here.
Okay, go ahead.
I would say you dodged a bullet because if she can't even get past in Aries, like what other hangups does she have? Like I feel like he
dodged a bullet.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
In that she didn't go through with the date.
So they did each other a favor.
Yes.
I guess. And
now, he doesn't even say, but what I'm thinking about after this is how awkward is that when he goes to get his coffee next? Right. She works at the coffee shop.
Now you done messed up my coffee.
Right. He might get some spit. I don't know. Like, is she still going to be nice? Is she still going to get my order right? Like, this is important. Don't mess with my Java.
Okay. Got to start my day.
An Aries got to start their day. So they can go out and terrify. Listen, I am very familiar with Aries as well. I live with one. She's a spitfire. She is so sassy and smart and strong-willed and will not take no for an answer, and passionate and rageful. So I don't know, if you meet Aries as adults, I feel like they could be whoppers. So maybe she did.
But aren't zodiac signs different according to gender?
Maybe. I think so. If y'all out there listening, buy the books Born on a Rotten Day. They're zodiac books that I've probably had 25 years, 30 years, and they're like a humorous side to zodiacs. Like they say Pisces are alcoholics.
So
like
what
naturally.
do they say about Leos?
I need to go get the book. I didn't memorize.
Oh, okay.
Leo.
I thought you studied.
No, I didn't study
my sign.
I just know that Leos and Virgos are compatible. So here we are. The lion and the lady. But yeah, that's a very humorous book to read to get like.
That can be my Christmas gift.
Sure.
Okay.
Roger that. And then you will learn all about the Aries.
I'm not worried about
how
them.
Scary they are.
It's the Geminis for me.
It's the Geminis for you. And Cancers. Mom, I love you. Oh, but damn. Do you know any Cancers?
No, actually. Well, since you just said it's your mom, I know your mom. And she's a lovely lady.
She is a lovely lady. She is. Love you, Mom. I know you're gonna listen to this later. Love you. Love you a long time. I wouldn't date you, but I'm happy you're my mom.
There you go. Clean that up. Clean that right on up.
Right on up. Okay. Next story. It's titled, "Am I the asshole for giving an Irish goodbye to my date?"
Wait. Okay, go ahead.
So I matched with this lady on Hinge, and the conversation went really well. She even said, "I'd love to get to know you more." So I asked her if she was free last night, and we agreed to meet up at 8. Says she's running late, and we pushed the time back twice. We're now meeting at 9. I get to the bar on time and text her, "I'm here." She tells me to go to the bar next door because that's where she's at now. Weird. She really hyped up the place we agreed on, but okay. I get there and there's a woman that looks like her. She's having a chat with 3 older men, all in their mid-50s. Her and I lock eyes and I ask if she's Katie. She says yes and tells me to go get a drink. She then literally turns her back on me and continues talking to old guy number 1. I try and make awkward conversation with old guy number 2 to my right. I don't know these people. She didn't introduce me to any of them. Maybe they're her co-worker she ran into or something. For about 10 minutes, my date just continues to ignore me. I excuse myself to go to the bar and order a drink. It's busy and it takes about 10 minutes to get my order. I walk back to the table and my date turns to me. We talk for about 2 minutes. And then she turns her back to me again to talk to old guy number 1. He's telling her a riveting story about his March Madness picks. I'm left staring at the back of this girl's head. For a bit of background, I don't struggle getting dates, okay? I don't struggle getting second or third dates. I'm told I'm an affable, charming, and attractive dude. Not that it really matters, but old guy number 1 isn't a Roger Sterling Gray Fox. He's more of a Cam Tucker. Never in my wildest dreams would I show up late, change plans without communicating, and then ignore the person I actually made plans with. I would never do that to a date. I drain my drink and I give a good old Irish goodbye. On my way home, I get a text from her asking me to come back. I respond by saying that a date with 3 random dudes I don't know was not the plan and that she literally turned her back on me. She replies saying, "I'm not a shitty person. I don't even know these guys, and they're old enough to be friends with my dad, LOL. I respond by wishing her the best of luck finding what she's looking for and to have a good night. I go home, order pizza, and play video games. At the time, it was pretty insulting to have my time wasted like that, but am I the asshole for taking off? The end.
You stayed a little longer than you should have.
Okay. Say that again.
You stayed longer than you should have because she changed the plans. Then she ignored you. What? And you just waited patiently
looking at the back of
her
her
head. You're a good one.
You are a saint.
You are a saint.
Because listen, it is the thing.
You are a saint.
I don't know what this girl was on. She
must be an Aries.
Oh. First of all, okay, so it's cool that she was already actively in a conversation with these 3 patriarchs.
Right.
But she couldn't include you in the conversation. This is my date. Hey, here's Sam, who thank you, old gentleman, for entertaining me. But my date is now here. Sir. Thank you, Gray Fox. But my date is now here. I've got to go. Like,
she didn't care. She didn't seem to care. Clearly.
I don't know what that was about. I read this and I was like, what could she have possibly, what message could she possibly have been saying? Was she just dumb?
She knew what she was doing.
I mean, but they owe me. No offense, but she's 37. He's 35. And according to him, these guys look like they were in their 50s. What could have been so riveting about March Madness picks that you couldn't end that conversation with them and turn your attention to your...
Maybe she wasn't interested. She saw him. They made eye contact.
That's it.
She wasn't interested. No, and then he mentioned that he doesn't have a problem finding anyone.
I don't struggle getting dates. Okay, I'm charming and attractive, or I've been told I am.
Well,
charming and attractive.
She didn't think so.
You wasn't for her.
Clearly.
She looked at you and she saw Quasimodo and was like,
she saw Father Time and was like,
not Father Time. Did you see Father Time? She saw the Grinch that stole Christmas. Was like, this Jim Carrey dude is much more interested than your face. That's gotta be it. I didn't even consider that. I was like, she's just a rude dummy. But no,
she's smart as hell. She said, I'm not wasting my time with this dude.
She saw his ass, was like, go get a drink.
She wasn't even offended when he flipped her off.
Well, she called him and said, come back. But she didn't mean that. She knew he wasn't going to come back. She said, please. I didn't mean it.
Because she didn't want to seem rude, I guess. I don't know.
She had to declare that she wasn't a shitty person, which to me is like you're saying I'm shitty.
I know you're not going to come back, so.
That's it. I didn't even, you put the hammer to the nail right there. She looked at him and immediately wasn't attracted to him. Immediately, I'm not into him. Mm-mm. And then how do you get rid of a person like that other than ignoring them and hoping they go away, which is exactly what he did. Yep. Damn. That's hurtful. That hurts. That hurts.
Right.
Let me see if anybody else said anything, because these people on this app giving advice, they be giving it really good too. Again, somebody's like bullet dodged, which is true. Maybe she dodged a bullet in you and you dodged a bullet. Right. Somebody said you are an asshole for staying as long as you did.
Oh, he's an asshole because he stayed. Oh, okay.
You should not have put up with that behavior for more than 5 minutes, but you handled it with a degree of class that normal people wouldn't have.
That's true.
Done. You could have put her inside like, bitch, what did you want? I drove all the way down here to meet you and you being disrespectful. But no, I probably would have done the same thing. If I got to a bar with a guy, he was blatantly like that. That's so uncomfortable and so embarrassing. Like you didn't put yourself together. Mm-hmm. That's assuming that you didn't come in a gray tracksuit. You didn't put yourself together.
Wait a minute. You have a story about a gray tracksuit?
No, I don't. I'm just saying. Hopefully he made some effort is what I'm saying. And came to this bar to present himself to this girl.
That seemed a little deep right there.
You trying to dig into something?
I'll dig out. I'll just get out of that one.
You trying to carve something out here? But no, if I got to a bar and, I put myself together, I'm looking cute.
Get all gussied
and we
up.
Push the time back so it's past my bedtime. And I done met you at 9. We supposed to meet at 8. Met you at 9 and then you literally
change the location.
And then I get there and you turn your head and I'm looking at the back of your head for 10-15 minutes.
Then I would have went and found somebody else. Since what did he describe himself as?
Affable, charming, and attractive.
So what's the problem?
I mean, he could have stayed at the bar and went and worked the room.
That's what I'm saying.
But you know what? Pizza and video games sounds way more better. He went home, ordered a pizza, and played some video games. That sounds like
exciting.
A great night. But no, I would have left too. I probably wouldn't have even wasted my money and bought a drink. I already wasted money coming here to see your ignorant ass, and then you disrespect. Like, yeah, I would have left too, without saying nothing. He was right. Yeah. Just goes. Men in black disappear. You ain't gonna text him, come back. Yeah, right.
Yeah, sure.
I'm on my way.
That's what he should have said. I'm on my way.
Right. Next story. Okay, so this story is titled, My Girlfriend Asked Me a Strange Question. He's 23, the author, and she's 20. Mm-hmm. So he says, I'm white and my girlfriend is black.
Here we go. Oh, sorry.
She also has albinism. We have been together for almost a year. We don't have any problems with race or anything. But she often isn't recognized as black right away and has been treated differently for being albino by both black and white people. We were watching a movie the other day, and out of the blue, she asked me if I would still like her if she looked like her mom. I thought it was really random and asked her what she meant because she does look like her mom. She flat out asked me if I would still be attracted to her if she looked black. I was shocked because I believe all races can be attractive and I don't have a racial preference. Also, she does look black. She may not be dark-skinned, but her facial features and her hair are definitely black. I was never under the assumption that she was white or saw her as such. I told her of course I would, and her skin color has nothing to do with why I like her. She said she was just checking. She hasn't brought it up again and everything is like normal, but it kind of bothers me. I don't want her to feel insecure in our relationship or about herself. I don't know if I should talk to her about it again or wait and see if she wants to or just let it go. The end. There's a lot of silence on this mic. Would you bring it back up and talk to her or let it go? I feel like she let it go.
Did she let it go?
Did she?
She's the one who brought it up.
Yeah, he gave her an answer. You don't think she's satisfied with?
Probably not.
Why?
Because why bring it up?
Why bring it up?
Maybe it's something in her that doesn't sit well with her and she just had to answer that question.
Maybe she saw him do or say something
like
then I don't know, like maybe they was watching a movie and he saw Jessica Biel and was like, oh, she's hot, and now she's like,
but then,
do you think I'm hot?
But then why would she answer about her mother? Do you think how did it go?
She said she asked me if I would still like her if she looked like her mom, which is just the skin color.
Right.
She just meant the skin color. I believe all races can be attractive, and I don't have a racial preference. I was never under the assumption that she was white, so he knew what he was getting.
Right,
He knew that
exactly.
He was getting some
but
delicious...
for her to answer him that,
yeah,
she has the problem.
She has a problem. She has some type of insecurity, but I feel like, I don't know.
That's tough.
Yeah, because so that would be the point where I would be like, well, yeah, maybe bring it back up and ask her why she asked you that. And I don't even know why she would ask in that moment. Yeah. You didn't let that time go by and then you came over here to us to ask us questions. Like,
right.
Ask her the question.
Yeah.
And it sucks that she gets discrimination from both black and white because she right in the middle, you know, like she almost like, I guess, biracial kids would sometimes feel like they don't exactly know where they belong. Like if their parents, one parent is white, one parent is black.
Yeah.
That can be really difficult, but and I don't know much about being albino or
right.
albinoism.
That's why I'm like silent because I'm not sure how to approach that.
Yeah. But I don't know if I would call it an insecurity either. It's just something that's always on our minds. Like, are we liked for being us and not for our race and ethnicity, I guess. Especially if you're dating someone white. Like, in these times,
yeah.
Like, I don't know what it would have been like to date somebody white in May of 2020.
Right.
Okay? May and June, when all that George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery, all that shit, and you looking next to you and your white boyfriend sitting there like,
yeah,
like, are you affected like me? Because I'm ready to crumble into the middle of the earth. Are you feeling like me? Like, I can't relate to you right now. So, and I don't know when this was written. Oh, almost a year ago. So I don't know if any kind of racial tension has been in. It's always in the news, but I mean, like, did anything trigger that? It could have been anything.
It's the mother part.
You think it's the mom?
I don't think the mother has anything to do. I think she feels a certain way, maybe because the mother has pigment. So it may just be a little insecurity there.
Or what if she thinks that he which he said already that he didn't. But
Yeah.
what if before she asked him the question, she thought that he was with her because she looked white?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I got it.
She wanted to make sure, like, you're not with me because you think I look like you. Or are you with me just for me? Like, you know I'm black, right?
Right.
And he's like, yeah, I know you black. I'm with you because you're black. And so, like, he said that everything went back to normal. Maybe that's all she needed was you make sure you know I'm black, right?
Right.
Because that's important. Like, I want
That
you
is
to know
important.
that I'm black. Like,
Yeah.
I don't.
You're with me, for me.
But that you
but
know
that I'm black. You know I'm black,
you're
right?
not with me because you think I'm.
You do know that I'm black, right?
You do know that
I'm
I'm
black.
You do know that I'm black. Yeah, so I think that's it. So, I mean, if the guy wants to, probe a little more and ask so that he can confirm.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's
ask,
what he should do.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't have let it pass. He should have answered it in that moment.
He should have asked it in that moment. Now it's kind of like, if y'all back to normal again,
now
whatever
it's
normal
be awkward
is.
for you to just bring it up.
Exactly. So, have a nice Chianti. Some raspberries or something. But hey, babe, the other day we asked me, how I felt, about your skin. If I knew that, or if I thought that you, what did he ask?
No, you don't.
If you remember the other day when you asked me if I would, if I would still like you, if you look like your mama. Yeah, baby. What about it? Well, I just want to make sure. Why did you ask me that?
Right.
And that can open up so many more doors for you too. And I don't know if you talk about race in your relationship. You probably should be.
Yeah.
Please don't just be like, I'm white and I don't want to deal with that. It can't just be awkward for you.
Yeah.
It's more awkward for the black person. Trust me. Just have that conversation and be open. I wouldn't let it go. Would you let it go? I would want to know why she asked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. Next story.
Awkward.
Bing bong. 7th story. We're almost done here. It's titled Suspicious Boyfriend Behavior.
Here we go.
There's always one. Okay, so she writes, so I'm needing some advice and opinions on this situation. My boyfriend of 4 years attends a university about 30 minutes from my house, and he lives on campus. Every weekend, he comes back home to spend it with me. So about 3 weeks ago, my boyfriend informed me 2 days before the weekend that he had to stay on campus because he had a lot of unfinished homework and he needed to work on. I understood and didn't think too much of it. Keep in mind, this is on a Saturday and there was a home football game and lots of parties going on. We had been texting all day and everything seemed fine, but for some reason I had a gut feeling that something was off. Around 6 p.m., he stopped answering texts. So I'm thinking maybe he's just really busy and I shrug it off. 3 hours goes by, so I decided to call him. He refused to answer my call and was sending me strange messages that just wasn't like how he normally is. At this point, I texted him again, and he sends me a pic of him in his dorm room. I still had a gut feeling that something was off due to his mannerisms. We have a Find My iPhone. That's going to get a lot of y'all in trouble. It probably has been getting y'all in trouble since it was invented. We have Find My iPhone that we use if we ever lose our phones. I took it upon myself to check up on his location. I see he's at some apartment complex. What's strange is a week before this happened, we were on a date and his old female coworker called him at 11 p.m. I confronted him and he tells me she had a question about FAFSA. FAFSA. The student loan thing. FAFSA. I never could say that. FAFSA. The student loan thing. I decided to check her Facebook and see that she lives at that same apartment complex he was at until midnight. The next day I confronted him and he tells me he was at the student center all night. The apartment complex is nowhere near the student center. I gave up on questioning him, but I still feel like I'm not getting the whole truth. The end.
She know the truth.
The hell.
The fact that you got the location on and you're checking that and you're calling them.
I mean, you put all the Blue's Clues together already.
Right.
Can
you say cheat?
Let's write it in our notebooks. CHEAT. No, you used the Find My iPhone. You triangulated his location to an apartment complex. You went and thought in your head, that bitch he was on the phone with live in the same. You got all the clues. And I know that Find My iPhone, what is it, like within a 5 or 10 mile radius?
Something like that.
So it don't show exact, well, she said it said the apartment complex, so that's pretty exact to me. But she said the student center he claimed he was at is not in that 5 to 10 mile radius. So he's straight up lying. He's lying. You got the whole truth.
Yeah.
You have it.
She wants someone else to confirm it. You don't need confirmation.
So.
But then again, she could be his friend.
Huh? What's that you say?
I mean, she could be his friend if you want to look at it that way.
What's that you say? If it was just a friend, you would just be like, I'm with Sarah. You wouldn't lie and say I was at the student center.
Facts. She already know.
She know. I don't know why y'all do this, huh? Why y'all come on the internet on the internet?
And
on the interweb with strangers and
ask
us questions that wait, no, you say it. You know how to say it?
Is it FAFSA?
So the S come before the F.
Does it?
You said it with such conviction.
Is it the S before the?
I think they misspelled it in their write-up, which made me say it wrong. Yeah, I didn't say it wrong. They spelled it wrong. They confused me. Phosphate. It don't matter if it's fa la la la, fa la la la. I just need to know if the S and the F are interchangeable.
Right.
I'm sorry, y'all. We harping on the phosphate. but you know why we harping on the phosphate? Because
F
we solved the mystery.
Right. We solved it.
What is it?
The F comes before the S.
Phosphate.
Now you sounding. Say it again.
Phosphate. Look, you gonna make me read the whole last story in a British accent because now I'm feeling loose. I'm feeling like I want to bring out
some crumpets.
I want to bring out Brittany. But girl, you know the truth. He's either cheating or lying or both.
Right. And
I think by the graces of Steve Jobs, you found out where he was instead of in his and so the picture of the dorm when he took a picture that could have been from 8 months ago. Like he just sending her a random photo of him in his dorm room like a kid would do to their parents.
Yeah,
look, I'm over at Steve's
and I'm really at a rage.
Exactly. We know the game because y'all in college, y'all still doing college high school shit.
Yeah,
he's lying and he's not a very good liar because he should have known that you got he knows y'all got Find My iPhone on there.
Do you have? I don't know how that works. And I have an iPhone. Mm-hmm. Do you link it to someone so you can keep track of that person, or is it already available to look for someone? I don't know.
That's a good point because I know parents use it for their kids, but I don't know how they hooked it up. Like, find Johnny's
it. You have
iPhone.
To hook it up.
Like, yeah, you got to turn it on. Because I hear, like, in a lot of these stories that I haven't even gotten into yet, future episodes, stay tuned. People I turn my location off so I can go such and such and such. So it's like, and then the person that be watching, like, they turn their location off. Like, how do you know? Like, how do you hook up?
Somebody has to have linked it. I don't see that. Then everyone can find someone.
Yeah.
Which is scary.
Yeah. Just like those little tags that
oh yeah, the air tags.
Ain't that crazy? You would spend money on them air tags just to drop it in a stranger's purse.
Yeah.
And that's what I want that back. So I'm gonna stalk you, find out where you live, and also get my air tag back. Like, that's crazy. Like, those things ain't cheap. And people, predators and nefarious people be dropping them up in women's bags and stuff so they can follow them home. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, she has the answer.
Yeah. So you know the title to your write up was suspicious boyfriend behavior. You should have said confirmed boyfriend behavior because you confirmed it for us, honey. You put all the clues
Did
together
she
by
say
yourself.
how long they've been together?
4 years.
And just this particular time or this day, she felt like something was wrong.
Well, because he wasn't being
Doing
he didn't come back home like he normally would. He said he had to stay on campus to do some homework, so that was like almost red flag number 1. But even she said, I didn't take nothing of it. And then constantly like texting him and calling him, and he was sending her ass to voicemail and like not picking up.
But maybe he was studying
These
nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, he was studying, all right, the anatomy of another lady. Another lady's bits.
Right.
Yeah, so he's trash. Break up with him. And I've learned how to say FOSFA. No, damn it.
No, the F before the S. She'll get it.
FOSFA.
I'm not going to try because I'll spit all on the mic.
FOSFA. That's the fuck him, girl. Move on. All righty, last story. Okay. This last story I titled because it did not have a title on Twitter. And so I made one up, and it's called Purple Rain.
Oh.
I have to say it fast. I can't stop. It's called Purple Rain Down on Me and Mrs. Jones. Those are the names of 3 different R&B songs. If you know, you know. They go on to write, we've been married for 8 years. For 2 years, I cheated with a coworker and my wife found out. She joined an online group for the heartbroken. That group linked with the Prince Forever group. My wife began worshiping him, removed our wedding pic, and replaced it with a Prince picture. The group meets in person for Purple Wednesdays. There is a Prince lookalike in the group, and the females, including my wife, cling to him. I fought the guy, but he knocked me out, and my wife let me lay in the street. I do love her. How do I win her back? A moment of silence for the knockout in the street, in the gutter, as they would say.
Okay, wait. You've been together for 8 years, married for 2. You cheated. She goes to what kind of group?
No. Details are backwards.
Okay.
Married for 8. And for 2 years, he cheated on her. 2 years straight.
Okay.
Cheating. Got caught.
Okay.
Wife joined an online group.
Which was linked to a Prince group.
Yes, with a Prince lookalike and everything.
And so the Prince lookalike knocked him.
Bing bong.
This is not real life.
So he was. That's the title that I made up. Purple Rain down on me and Mrs. Jones.
I got it.
This is a hodgepodge of foolery. Why are you fighting Prince in the street?
And it's not
on
even
Purple Wednesday.
On Purple Wednesday.
That's a day to worship our main man, Prince.
The day after Taco Tuesday.
Ooh, nobody asked you about that. Because now I want tacos. What time is it? 10 o'clock at night?
It's too late.
Look. How does he win her back?
I think he lost her to Prince.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all.
She showed you that when she let you lay in the street, my guy.
Right. The disrespect.
After Prince whooped your ass, did they just head back into the nightclub and finish doing renditions?
That's crazy.
The embarrassment.
Okay. Was he in heels when he did it?
You know what I mean? How tight were the pants? Because
was the ass out?
Oh! Because if he did all that,
You done.
He the MVP.
You should just walk away.
You should just file for divorce right now. He won. He won. First of all, how dare you show up on Purple Wednesdays and make a mockery out of our beloved Prince lookalike. I just want to know how this escalated like this. So you roll up on Purple Wednesdays, you mad.
You real mad.
You see all the girls, including your wife, clinging to Prince. And you say, hey, step outside. And he stepped outside.
Hell.
And showed you the business. Knocked him out. Like, you know what knockout mean? What does that mean, Poo-Poo?
I think we all know what knockout means, especially if he's laying in the street.
I mean,
you got knocked out by a purple batman.
But is he awake or is he asleep?
That's a good question.
He sleep.
He sleep.
And your wife let you sleep in the gutter and
because
then went
you
back.
cheated on her.
Right. So there's no
at this point she don't
back.
care.
She gone.
You lost your bitch to Prince.
As all bitches get lost to Prince. It's since the beginning of time. Bitches have been lost to Prince. And me and y'all wonder how he do it. He got a falsetto. He wear girly clothes and eyeliner. And y'all sit over here like, how does he do it? Because he's authentically him. Okay? He's Prince. And even when he became artist formerly known as, okay?
He still had it.
He still had it. There's no coming back from that. I mean, the embarrassment alone.
I wouldn't even said that story.
I wouldn't have even, it's asinine. Why would you ask us this? Don't bring us into this.
Do you want her back? Do you want her back? You cheated on her for 2 years straight.
Right. Maybe you should let her go, and so that you could sow your royal oats. If you still got oats left, or if some of them sprinkled in the street.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. People
really write stories like this
and be looking for real advice. That's why we here, Poo-Poo. That's why we here to react relatably, because this is real right
Put
here.
Put that right in there.
What the
I see what you did. I see that.
Boob ow. No, for real.
I'm
ain't
sorry
no
you
getting her
lost
back.
her.
Leave her alone.
To Prince.
If she don't file for divorce,
well, I'm not mad at her.
I'm not mad at her either. She found out and she hooked up with a group who embraced her and who made her feel better about herself, and they waving candles in the wind.
Right, because nothing compares
better.
to you.
Nothing compares. Cue the music. Hey Google, play Purple Rain. Yeah, don't write into us. You the real, you's a loser. She need to be writing into us.
Okay, tell us the rest of the story.
Telling us about your shenanigans and how she found out and who and when. Because you bogus. And once again, like some men will do, playing victim right now. Oh, this happened to me. And
I'm the victim.
How can I win her back? You don't. Leave her alone.
Leave her alone.
Leave her alone.
You wasted that woman's time.
God. Whew.
And she just drove away in her little red Corvette.
I see what you did there. All right. Okay, so I want to thank my bestie, Mina Poo-Poo, for joining me today and laughing with me and talking about all of these issues. Are you spent?
I'm done.
That was enough for you?
Yeah, it was it.
You've absorbed all their drama, now you want to throw it up?
I need to take a nap.
Okay. I also want to thank my listeners for spending your commute, your work day, your workout, or whatever else you were doing while tuning in to the Relatable Reactions podcast. Be sure to subscribe and share the show with your friends and family. Lastly, if you know of a juicy or interesting story submitted on Reddit or somewhere else and you want to hear our relatable reactions to it, go ahead and send a link to relatable-reactions-podcast@gmail.com, and I may feature it on the show and give you a shout out. I'll be gracing your ears again soon. Bye.
Bye.